Do you have to cut a sheet metal? Let's say that you have to modify a computer case, or maybe you have to remove a sink in the kitchen or something like that that is stainless steel and it's very difficult maybe to remove. Everything is rust out. I'm going to show you how you can use this the plasma cutter. It works with a compressor, so that way you don't have to hustle or fight with the metal. So that way you can cut it very quickly, very cheaply as well. So I'm going to show you the plasma cutter. So it's very simple to use. Basically, you have two terminals. One is the ground. I'm going to show you now in a little bit. And then you have this one that is the air hose that goes, to blow the air. And here you have the other, I think this is the positive for the circuit. So that way the circuit can work. So basically the current goes from one wire to the other one. The good thing about this, also here you can regulate you have the dial, for the amperage. So let's say that you have like a small, very slim sheet of metal and you don't want to cut or damage anything behind this. You're going to use little amperage, or if you don't care and you don't have anything behind this and you want to cut it as fast as possible, just put it as maximum amperage. The only thing that you have to think about is the electrical outlet. So if you have 15 amps, leave it in 15. If you have 20, it doesn't matter, just leave it maximum power. So the height is like an iPhone 15 Pro. So, and the width is like another iPhone. So very slim, and the length is almost like two iPhones, as you can see. And in the back, this is very little because it doesn't have any air compressor inside. So basically you have to connect the air compressor. I like this because it's powerful than the one that comes with the air compressor built in. And here you have this, so that way, it will tell you the pressure. And this is so that way all the humidity will not go inside of the machine, so it will get trapped here. Basically, this is kind of a filter. Other than that, this is a basic and it's cheap plasma cutter. And now I'm going to show you the other one, so that way you can see the one that comes with the compressor built in. So as you can see, here I have the other one, Hypertherm. I like it. This is in theory the best brand. So the height is like almost 2 cell phones, and the width is like a cell phone, and this is like 2 cell phones, the width. This is the Hypertherm Power Max. I used to have another brand, but I thought, okay, I'll try to get something that is more powerful, because this is 220 or 240, 110, and the other one was only 110, was less powerful. So as you can see here, in the back, you don't have any input or inlet for the air compressor. It's just on and off, and that's it. It's way heavier than the other. The good thing about this, I think the duty cycle is better than the other one. The other one, if the other one is maybe like $200-300. This one is like $2,000 or $3,000. So obviously, if you need, to cut 8 hours a day, every day, you will have to buy something that is more professional with a higher duty cycle. Otherwise, if you're going to cut maybe like 2-3 minutes or just a little bit, you can buy almost anything and it will do the job. Here, as you can see, this is the duty cycle for this brand. So again, depending on when it needs to be done, you will have to decide wisely or talk with the manufacturer, so the way you can buy the one that suits your needs. In my case, my cuts are very small, maybe a few inches, and that's it. I don't have to use it every day, so it's once in a blue moon. Now I'm going to show you how to use it. So basically, you're going to put this in the metal sheet or any metal that you want to cut, and here you have the other end. So basically, both work kind of the same, both brands, almost every brand. So make sure that the tip is clean, and if it gets damaged or something like that, you will have to replace it, so that way you don't damage the equipment. You just push the button and then move it like that, and then you will do the cut just fine. So now I'll show you a few cuts, so that way you know how it works. Okay, let's talk about protection. You can use one of these if you want to. The problem that I found with this is that you cannot see anything. For welding, works great, but for plasma cutter, you will have to use something like this that I got with a torch. This it seems like a regular sunglasses, but when you use this, you see everything green, and it works. It's not too dark, not too light, and it doesn't bother your eyes. For the hands, you can use a glove that is not flammable. That will be ideal. If you don't have anything, use whatever you have, handy. If you're going to use maybe like a small cut or anything like that, you can try even without the glove. But if you don't want to damage your hand, it will be better to have some type of protection. If you're going to be, cutting like that, something like that, and you know that all the sparks are going to fall in your face, besides using like that, you can use something like a shield like this, but the one that is all clear, and you put this behind your clear shield, so that way you have some protection, or if you can find something better, do your research and do that. At least in my case, I use the plasma cutter once in a blue moon, so for me this is plenty enough. So now I'm going to turn on the electric generator, and remember to adjust the amperage. So if you have 15 amps, you will have to use, use the dial and regulate it for less. And if you have 20, you should not worry about it. See, I was able to cut this very quickly without any issues, and was very fast. So that is why I recommend you always to have something like that. So that way, so that way you don't have to struggle with anything. Right, as you can see, I was able to cut this. This is like a 3 millimeter, 2 millimeters 3, I guess. And as you can see, you can cut it very quickly. The only thing is, if it is a little bit rusted or it has paint or anything like that, you have to make sure, to scrape it, so the way you can do better contact, and everything should be fine. So pretty good for a basic cut. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any question, please let me know in the section below. And if you want to learn more, go to the playlist and you will see all my videos over there. And if you want to buy it and you're outside the United States, just let me know. I can ship it to you. Otherwise, I'll try to leave the link so the way you can buy it yourself. Thank you for watching. See you next time.